Imagine buying your dream home only to find out after closing that the seller never actually owned the property because of a forged deed that goes back 2 owners in 20 years. In other words, both you and the seller are innocent third parties and had no idea about the fraud. Who's at fault here and what are you supposed to do? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what title insurance is, why you need it, and how it protects your biggest investment from becoming your biggest nightmare. My name is Bishoy Habib and I'm the realest real estate attorney you know. Over the past 12 years, I've closed over 1,000 transactions totaling $12 billion, and I issued title insurance policies on many of those deals. Let's start with what title insurance actually is, because it's completely different from every other type of insurance you've ever bought. Most insurance protects you against future events, car accidents that haven't happened yet, medical problems that might come up, a hurricane that might hit your home. But title insurance is retroactive, meaning it protects you against things that have already happened. Forged deeds from past owners, undisclosed heirs, recording errors, fraudulent documents. These problems are already buried in your property's history, just waiting to surface. Here's how it works. Before issuing your title policy, the title company does a deep dive into your property's history. This is called a title search or running title. They're looking at every deed, mortgage, lien, court judgment, and anything else that might affect ownership rights. Think of it like a background check for your property. They're trying to catch any potential problems before you close. If you want to take a deeper dive into the most common title issues in real estate and how to cure them, I talk about this in my school community, which is 100% free to join. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below. Now, once the title company completes their search, they'll issue a title commitment showing what they found. This document is crucial. It's a commitment that states the title insurance company will insure your property so long as you meet certain requirements. And it also tells you exactly what your policy will not cover, or what's excluded. Schedule A is where they list out the requirements before issuing title. This would include things like paying off a mortgage, recording the deed, and showing them an operating agreement or company resolution if you're buying through an LLC. Schedule B is where they list all the exceptions to your coverage. Some exceptions are standard, like property taxes or utility easements, meaning the title company won't insure if you don't pay those things. Others might be deal breakers, like restrictions on how you can use the property or rights claimed by your neighbors. Now, there are two main types of title insurance policies: an owner's policy and a lender's policy. If you're getting a loan, your lender will require their own policy, which is the lender's policy. The cost of title insurance is usually based on your purchase price, and you only pay one time at closing. There's no annual premiums like other insurance types. In most states, the premium is regulated, so you won't find hugely different prices between companies. What you should focus on is the coverage you're getting. One thing that does make a difference is the underwriter. You want to make sure the insurance underwriter is reliable and they will pay out a claim. Think of companies like Fidelity, First American, Old Republic, Chicago Title. These companies have been around for over 100 years. They're steady and you know you're going to get paid out if something happens. Let me tell you about 3 crucial coverage types you need to understand. First, there's gap coverage. This protects you against anything that might happen between when the title company does their search and when the deed actually gets recorded. Ideally, this gap is limited to 1 or 2 days, but I've seen cases where the gap is weeks, which leaves the buyer exposed to liens, encumbrances, and other things on the property during that time. Second, survey coverage. This protects you if your survey turns out to be wrong, like if your structure actually crosses into your neighbor's property. You need an updated survey to get this coverage. Third is marketability coverage. This ensures you could sell your property without later having title problems get in the way. We call it marketable title in my world. You can also add special endorsements to your policy for specific situations. So for example, if you're buying a condo, you can get a condo endorsement that covers assessment liens. If you're building new construction, there's an endorsement for that. Your title company or attorney can help you decide which endorsements make sense for your situation. Now, what happens if you actually need to file a claim? Unlike other insurance where you might file multiple claims over the years, title claims are rare, but when they happen, they're usually big. You can contact your title company, provide the documentation of the problem, and they'll either fix the issue or compensate you for your loss. I've seen title companies pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to resolve ownership disputes. And here's something most people don't realize: title insurance doesn't just pay claims, it also provides a legal defense if someone challenges your ownership. This alone can be worth the premium. I had a client who was sued by someone claiming their deed was forged. The title company provided attorneys at their expense and ultimately proved the claim was false. But the legal bills would have been in the 5 figures, and that saved my client. Remember, title insurance is required for finance deals because lenders know how devastating title problems can be. But even in cash deals, skipping over title insurance is like playing Russian roulette with your investment. You might save a few $1,000s up front, but you're risking your entire investment. One last thing I'll point out, there are ways you can accidentally or inadvertently void your policy. If you quitclaim your property, if you add someone to title. So before you do those things, you want to make sure you talk to your attorney or your title company to make sure you're not voiding your policy. Now, if you like this video and you want to learn more about real estate deals from the perspective of an experienced real estate attorney, make sure to join my school community through the link below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos every week.